Yeah, difficult game. A game of two halves. I think we controlled the first half a little bit, but the second half we have to give it to the Buccaneers. I think they did well in the second half, and of course they had few chances, to be honest, that they could have had us. Yeah, we didn't create a lot. I think we got one, and yeah, we always saying that. Yeah, we could have got something there in the first half inside the box. Yeah, but I'll leave it to you guys and Victor. But yeah, not one of our best games, but it's okay. We a point we can take under the circumstances. Yes, you could see the opponents were a little bit fresher than us in the second half. They had more freshness, and I tried to revive the team to complete the subs. Yeah, but we couldn't bring to the game. The game where we all thought, yes, we are not happy with the results, but we are also not unhappy with the performance. We fought, we labored when we realized odds were against us, and then we put a shift and we move on. Yeah, to play this game 2 days after you have played Bidvest Vets, it's not an easy one. So we move on. So I think we've got 3 more days now before we come again. You know, been tough. Yeah, that's it.
Who haven't got anyone in the chat wanting to ask a question. So maybe if there's anyone who's ready to ask, you can go ahead.
Okay, good evening, Coach Karabo here. Just a quick 2 questions. Now, the first one is of Madisha. Remember, the game up against Pirates versus performance wasn't that good. Can you just share what exactly did your conversation with him? Because today he looked much better. He looked steady. What was your conversation with him? You know, for him to put in a much better performance here today. And lastly, the 37th minute, the penalty appeal when Happy Jelly looked like he handled that, and with obviously the captain from Pokekana taking to the cleaners, and it looks like Happy Jelly really did touch that one. Just your comments on those 2 questions, please, Coach.
Yeah, Madisha, we need Madisha, and he came up well. You know, when it's very important for us as coaches to build the confidence in the players, and also not to the player himself and to the other players, so that they must know that when they did not do well, after they've done so well for a very long time, you need to encourage and you need to bring him back. You need to show that you have trust in him and encourage him. So good, he's back. So we understand these things. I was a football player also, and if you take him out, then it means the other players will be afraid to play. So if you make a mistake in this club, you'll never come back. You know, I mean, I can talk about all the players in our team who have made mistakes, and I kept them to come back the next day as long as I know that it's a mistake. You know, but it doesn't. We don't condone that. We're not encouraging that. Oh, you can make a mistake at Sundowns, you can still play the next match. No, that's not our. This is to you to see. And I sat down with him, Madisha, yesterday, after some time, you know, when everything is settled, a few days after that, we said, and I said, how do you see that and all that? So we went through it and sorted, you know. Yeah, the penalty, I don't know, maybe the rules have changed to say if you drag the ball with your hand inside the box. Well, I don't know want to go there, but we also happened, you know. So, you know, you don't want to be that guy that got a penalty against Vets, and then tonight you didn't get it. You feel like, oh, it's everything for you, you know. But the rules are rules, right? It doesn't matter. So Real Madrid getting penalties almost every week. If it's a penalty, it's a penalty. You can get it every day, you know. But it's okay. He didn't give it. We move on.
there's a question from chat. You can go ahead, chat. Then after that, it will be Velile.
Hi, Coach. Firstly, I just wanted to ask about you're the first team to obviously play 2 games in the bio bubble. Any lessons learned? I mean, in terms of preparing the players and I mean doing your recovery and stuff. You obviously also play again on Friday, so I'm sure you would have picked up a few lessons from between the time between the first 2 games and the conditions and stuff ahead of Friday's match. And then secondly, just Mabue's performance at right back today. I mean, he looks to be so comfortable down that wing back. Is that something you will be looking to using him there permanently, perhaps?
Yeah, our lessons learned from this game is that the second game you might not be as strong as you thought you are in the first game. Lessons learned is that we had to substitute Musa Lebusa because his calf was giving him trouble. It's normal, so we don't want it to pull it. At halftime, he said, "Coach, I'm feeling it." And I said, "Please don't pull it. If you feel that it's getting overloaded, please indicate." And he indicated that the coach is getting overloaded. So we took him out at the right time. You can have him. I mean, it was the same thing that we had Rivaldo last when we played 3 days back. So lessons learned is do the subs as quick as possible, and we've taught our players. If you feel any discomfort or anything, you have to come out because we have 5 subs and we've got 3 chances to make the 5 subs. You have to come out. You cannot be selfish and say, "Oh, I can still go on and go on," because if you get injured, when you come back, the league is finished. So those are the lessons learned. What was your second question?
Check.
Sorry, I was muted there. Coach, I was asking about Mabue, who looked so comfortable at right back.
Oh, Lebo, yeah. He didn't play wing back, he played right back. What are we going to do? With Tapelo injured and Anel still injured, and we also have to protect Nico, the younger one. We have to protect him because that Vincent.
I think we seem to have a connection problem with the other device, so we'll try to connect. Can we make it the last one because we seem to be experiencing problems? Just hang on a sec. So I'm gonna, although it doesn't look too good, it's just one of those. So please bear with us. So can we have the question from Bedile?
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Good evening, Coach.
Hi, Velile.
Yes. Coach, were you surprised by Orlando Pirates and in how they continue to raise their game? I mean, for a team that had not been playing for a very long time, you expected them maybe to struggle a bit, especially midway the second half. Were you surprised with how they were coming there? And also, you talk about the 1 point and the importance of it. Is it also based maybe on your projections? You've been down this road many times before, especially going to this last stretch.
No, I was not surprised how Orlando Pirates were stronger in the second half. I was not surprised because I knew they have fresh legs more than us. I mean, it's normal. We just played 2 days back, and then we have to play Orlando Pirates. I mean, it's normal that physically they'll be much stronger than us, you know. So we did what we had to do. We had the game proper. Tactical organization was right. They normally have a party, you know. But they took time in the second half because we contained them. We had the ball more in the first half, but with not so much penetration, to be honest, you know. But yeah, so I'm not surprised. And then what's the second question, by the way?
The second question was about the point.
Yeah. Would you be unhappy with the point against Orlando Pirates, Velile? There's 2 ways you can look at it both ways. If you say you are happy with the point, it means you are not ready to win the match. You can say, oh, don't you think you could have won the game? Then it's like you're playing for a point. You know what I'm trying to say. But the other thing, if you lose the match, we can also say that, hey, you know, at least get a point than nothing. You know, you look at it the way you want it, you know. Experience will help us because I think you've asked me the same question when we were playing Chiefs last year, that are you happy with the point? I said to you, the point will come in handy at a certain time. There was a time we played Cape Town City, got a point. I told you the year before or last year, well, this point, I can take it. There's a time we played Ajax, there was a point. I said, this point, we could take it. Based on the game, you have to be realistic also, because you can't have anything the way you want it, you know. You can't say, we could have won. I mean, let's be honest, Orlando Pirates was good the second half, you know. So to get a point against, you play Vets in the semi-final, you're in the final, you happy? Yes. Played very well? Not really. You got a point against Orlando Pirates. Are you unhappy with the point? Yes, because you wanted 3 points. But now was the game saying you have 3 points? If the game say you didn't have 3 points, then you take a point. You move on.